Okay, so let's talk about Yellowjackets theories, where we're going here in season 2 after the latest episodes that we've gotten. We're going to be doing this now every week after we do the recap video for the episode. So every week we'll come with new theories, because I think Yellowjackets is a show you got to take it easy, right? Because every time we get a new episode, something new happens, more questions come about, and I'm just wondering, where are all the answers? But I'm okay. I can definitely see this going on for more seasons for sure. But let's talk about the latest episode, where we pretty much got Walter and Misty team up that I was so anticipating. Ever since we got the little stills and everything of Elijah Wood and Christina Ricci together, I was very excited for this team up. It did not disappoint. We saw them questioning Randy about what's going on with Natalie, and we almost thought Randy was going to spill all of the beans with Jeff and all of that. Of course, Randy was able to compose himself, and I was surprised by that. But now we are asking bigger questions as well as to what exactly is going on with Thaisa. We do see her at the end of this episode sort of going through this breakdown now, and this other version of her, is this a real version? Is this in her head? Is there supernatural elements? That's a big question. I think that we've gotten to a point where we don't even know anymore, honestly, and I'll talk more about the supernatural elements in a bit. But we do see Thaisa looking at herself in the mirror and seeing this other version of herself looking back at her, which was very creepy, and sort of making this like a mask with their hands, and it was the mask that Van does wear in the show. So we are definitely going to be seeing Van's adult self appear, and I'm excited to see, because I think ever since Servant I've been wanting to see this actress again. So we're definitely going to be visiting adult Van with Miss Thaisa, and we'll definitely see if there's answers or not there. Now, what a lot of people are asking, and I've seen this online, it made me think to myself as well, that is so true. We have not heard of adult Van throughout season 1, and now season 2 is coming about showing Thaisa meeting with Van, and in the trailers and everything we've seen, I don't think I've seen Van interact with other of the adult Yellowjackets. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that, I'll definitely look back on it, but there's a theory going around that what if Van is not really mated out of all of this, and we see that Van is sort of an illusion, figment of Miss Thaisa's mental state. And I'm curious to see what Thaisa is going for Van for, right? We do know that Thaisa's wife and everything is in the hospital after the accident that they just got, so I don't know if Thaisa is trying to find out what exactly is happening to her, what has been this whole dilemma with the darkness and everything she's been feeling, and maybe Van has some answers that we don't know yet as an audience that we haven't seen in the show that they might be able to provide to Thaisa. So I think that's the main reason we're going to be seeing that happen. But it would be so interesting if Van is just a figment of Thaisa's imagination and she didn't make it out of the wilderness. Now, another big thing we have to talk about is what exactly is Lottie's end plan with adult Nat. We see them in this like camp, cult, whatever you want to call it. We do see that Nat is not really feeling it, but we also see that Lottie's psyche seems to be as broken as it was before. I know throughout the first couple of episodes we were made to believe maybe Lottie had sort of come to some sort of peace. We do know that Lottie's psyche is still broken when she had that little hallucination with the bees and the blood and all of that, so we're not entirely sure if her whole thing with Nat is something that is positive, or it could very much so spiral a lot more in the next couple of episodes. I think another character we're seeing their psyche break down a lot more now is also going to be Shauna, who Shauna has definitely gone through a lot, and this latest episode shows that she can definitely see Shauna can go to a very, very dark place. And this is why a theory has been floating around, and something I've been thinking about as well, is that the queen that we see in the flash forwards when they're younger, when they're wearing the headdresses and everything, sort of initiating and being the leader of these like feasting nights where they are turning into cannibals, could not actually be Lottie. Could it actually be Shauna who is this queen here? Because it seems that Shauna is sort of able to be more, I feel, assertive and aggressive than she seems to be in the states we see her right now, but we could see an evolution happening where she becomes this sort of aggressive leader of sorts. So that could definitely be a possibility there. And after the latest episode with the van and the guy, I can definitely see Shauna being the leader of this group that gets them through this winter, through these ritualistic, cannibalistic dinners. I don't know why I said it like that. Question 2, is Javi really gone or not? I do believe that Javi could be gone. I really don't think that we are going to find Javi right now, and I feel like Lottie might be sort of tapping into something. And that's the big thing. If this is supernatural, he might be alive because Lottie says that she feels him or whatever and knows he's alive. And if this is more realistic and it's sort of like Lottie spiraling and everybody else is as well that thinks Javi's alive, then it is just sort of a whole thing with their psyche breaking down more and more as they're here. So it's definitely going to be a big question, supernatural or not. And I saw that the showrunners pretty much talked about that they are sort of trying to dabble in between both the faith and the supernatural and what's real and what's not and what exactly one comes to terms with. And I think that's an interesting way that the show is being set up, because there are so many things that happen throughout this that you could say it's all supernatural. This is nothing would happen like this, or you could just say no, there's a rational explanation for all of this as well. And I think that's something that bounces back and forth very good until we get our full-on answers for sure, if there's really some like evil spirit out there that is making all of these things happen, or if it's just all in their heads and they're just having these psychotic episodes. And the biggest question after the last episode is, what is Coach going to do? Coach seems to be starving, hallucinating, remembering some of the past, and I don't think he is going to sort of kneel to this cannibalistic ritual now. It seems that he is very against it, and could he actually be the next one that gets served up on a dinner plate? That's the big question right there I have, because it seems likely that Coach could be the next one to go. We don't see Coach in the adults like life now, so I don't know. We haven't heard much from him either. In that rescue and everything we saw, we didn't see Coach either, so could it be a possibility Coach is the next one to go? I could definitely see that. There's also the question of who was the girl at the first episode of season 1 who ultimately gets trapped and then eaten, I believe. A lot of people are wondering if that's Mary. So I'll definitely be leaving that up to you to let me know what you think, and we'll be talking more about it as soon as we get a new episode this week, and we'll be breaking down that episode as well. But very excited to see what the situation with Walt and Misty turns into, because I think Walt has an ulterior motive he's not giving out just yet, and I feel like he is onto Misty about something, but I think Misty's gonna be just as cautious for sure. So very excited for these next couple of episodes and see where we go. But like I said, breaking down the episodes as soon as they come out. So as soon as the next episode's out, we'll be doing a breakdown on the channel, so stay tuned for that, and we'll be doing some more theories as we get more episodes. So this is going to be the weekly thing now, 2 Yellowjackets videos per episode. So stay tuned for all of that by subscribing, hit the notification bell, making sure that you are following on our social medias, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. www.culturalelixir.com is our website, and as always, that is going to do it for us. I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.